On to the fixed income market, the fixed income and the money market. In that market, we saw demand outpacing supply at the interbank FX market. We saw Naira down 0.1% to 158.6 Naira to the dollar. Now, for more on that market, I am joined by Steve Osho. He's a trader at Stanbic IBTC Global Markets. It's great to have you on the show with us today, Steve. As I said yesterday, we saw demand outpacing supply at the interbank FX market. So it'd be good to get the outlook for the Naira in today's session.
Morning, and thanks for having me. I don't think we've seen the Naira actually lose some ground against the greenback for the past few days. I think if you look at the band which the Naira has been trading, is been pretty stable, ranging between the 158 levels to around to the highs of 158. So going to trading today, we don't think there's going to be any major difference in the currency. So we still expect them to trade within that tight range of 158 to 158.70.
Now, we saw inflows from Treasury maturities yesterday, meaning there's even more liquidity in the system. Naira was down 1.1%, the core rate down 195 basis points to 10.7%. Do you expect CBN to react to the surplus liquidity in the system with perhaps another OMO auction today?
The possibility is there, but if you look at the range at which CBN has really been intervening in the market now when it comes to issuance of OMO, you see when the liquidity glut gets to a level about 300 plus, then they start getting worried about the liquidity in the system. For the past few days, they actually not issued any OMO. That's on the back of the fact that there was a maintenance period for cash reserve, which was a net debit of about 74 billion that hit the system, coupled with some of outflows that's going to go out in Naira via the orders. So I think at this level, apart from the maturity that came in yesterday, we're not expecting any major inflows again throughout this week. So they actually might moderate the liquidity at these levels. You
mentioned the CRR adjustments there. Has that already been priced into the market, or was there any reaction to that?
Well, it's already been priced in the market. If you notice, the market has been ranging between 10.25 to 10.5 before the debit on Wednesday, and once that was expected, we saw interbank rate on overnight and call went to around 13 to 13.5 during the course of the trade.
Let's talk about your expectations for the T-bill space. Some people expecting that if we do see an OMO auction in today's session, that there may be some soft selling on the short tenor bills. Do you share that view?
Well, I don't think so. If you look at the trend for the past few days, we've seen some demand coming through on the short end of the curve, seen some PFAs and even locals and institutional investors looking to buy into all these short-dated papers. If that interest continues, I don't think we're going to see any short selling at the short end of the paper. The only thing we actually could see probably would be in area where we see a sort of disconnect on the curve.
Let's talk about the primary market auction. Of course, that was 2 sessions ago. However, yesterday we saw some trading on the 182-day bill, which was auctioned. The 91-day bill and the 364-day bill were fairly stable. Why did we see the demand that we had in the 182-day bill, and why more interest in that than the other maturities?
I think if you look at it across the curve, there actually interest across the curve from 91 days, 182 days to 1 year. The only thing I really witnessed the last auction was the fact that we didn't see more participation coming from the offshore investors who are majorly investors in 1 year space. Apart from that, there are quite a lot of interest coming through in TB maturities, in the TB auction. Then again, the interest on the 182 days has actually been because we've seen so much of supply coming through via OMO by CBN. And if you look at that particular part of the curve, I think the return there is actually good for a lot of players who will want to buy into high-yielding assets.
Steve, let's leave it there. Thank you for sharing your view with us. That was Steve Osho, trader at Stanbic IBTC.